So, vamos a empezar.
All right, so let us
Eh,
begin today.
Voy a ir
I
paso por
am going
paso,
to go step
suavecito.
by step,
Yo lo he estudiado,
slowly. I've
te lo voy
studied
a
it.
poner, se lo
I'm
estaba explicando a mi
going
esposa el otro
to, I
día.
was explaining it to my wife the other day, and she didn't understand, so I had to go back. I had to explain it in an easier way. Now she can understand certain things, and I am hoping that you here are going to also understand. If you see, if you see that, if you have any questions or concerns, let me include our business presentation quickly. But let's start, okay? So where I'm going to start now is saying that obviously we already know that there's not going to be a structure anymore. At what level? We don't need to be worried about having two managers on the right and two on the left, one director here, another one there, because hasn't it happened to you that it's Monday and since somebody in your team lost manager, now you lost director or you lost manager because somebody wasn't in auto shipment, right? So the good thing about this plan is that they already deleted all that. That means that it's just volume right now. So when I'm saying that should we only have active? Yes, Mireya. Okay. Let me explain to you why. Just because there isn't, look, guys, pay a lot of attention to this, okay? Because I'm going to explain it and then you're going to ask me, okay? And I'm just going to send you this video. So you have to work both legs, okay? Because when you reach how they're going to pay for the binary, and I'm moving a bit fast, but the binary is going to pay you a percentage from your weakest leg. That means that if you only work your right leg and you have 10,000 points on the right leg and 100 on your left leg, they're going to give you $10 because it's a percentage out of the weakest leg. Sorry, let me mute people for a second, please. Okay, so let me give Carmen a chance to unmute. My dog is snoring behind me. So if you hear some weird noises, crazy noises, because I think he's having a weird dream or something. Okay, so this is the binary, okay? So left leg and right leg. Now, the only thing that is going to happen is that we're going to try to maintain this as clean as possible, okay? Let's go step by step until we get to the binary, okay? So the first thing is that I'm going to go after the ranks that were changed, okay? And let me see, because I don't want to share this, but let me just share it. Let me share it so you can see it. Can you see it? Can you see this? Somebody, yes? Okay, thank you. Okay, so now when you enroll, this volume that you see here is what you need to have to be able to reach that rank. Now, how do you calculate this? And I think I want you to learn this. You need to understand this number, okay? 31 days back. So this and other things from the binary, which are called running 31. What does that mean? And 31 days back, you can calculate, okay, how many points do you have you done during that week, during these 31 days? If you did more between 1,500 and 2,500, you are a star, a two-star. Now, if you do between 2,500 on the 31st and afterwards 750, you're going to go down to 1,750. You're going to go down to one star. We need to maintain, not because you reached once there, it means that you're going to stay there if you don't keep on producing. Did you understand that part, guys? And when I reach one part, that 31st, I'm going to draw it so you can understand it a bit better. So you can understand this part a bit better, okay? So for you to reach one store manager, you and your line underneath need to sell 750 points out of the last 31 days. You can do that in 1 week. You can do that in 2 days. You can do that in 1 day. It doesn't matter. But what the company is saying is that in the last 31 days, or if I'm from June 1st, today, yes, June. So from May 1st to May 30th, you need to sell 750 points. And that first week from June, you are the one store manager rank. So that hasn't changed with the compensation plan that we have now. It's the same thing we have right now. That hasn't changed at all. That is still there currently. I mean, of the 31 days. This is something that you need to maintain constantly. How much is your company making, your business? How much are you earning? So you can enroll if you go into your back office. Let me show you this, okay? No, Sherry, this is not complicated. You're complicating yourself. Don't complicate yourself, Sherry. Stop doing what you're doing. Pay attention. Focus on this, and we can do it, okay? So look at this. If you go here to commission and you go to volume, you can see your volume here. You see? To maintain your rank. So here in the last 31 days, we finished day 31st, finished on Sunday with the commission. But I'm going to draw this so you can understand it. So we are at 700,000 points. That means that our organization did 701,000 points, the people underneath me. Are we all on the same page? Okay. So let's go back. All right. So are we in the same page? So here's what we're going to start drawing. This is retail. So when you sign someone up, for example, you can write this in the chat. When you sign a preferred client, a preferred customer, how much do you earn? Somebody let me know. Okay, Mireya, so remember this. You have $20 because of a preferred customer, okay? Are we on the same page? Now, the company is going to give you even more money for those customers. The company is going to give you a commission if you sell between, you see here it says the rolling 31 days. I'm going to draw this here now. So if you sell in those 31 days between 300 and 599 points in volume, they're going to give you 5% extra. If you sell 700 to 1,199, they're going to give you a bonus of a 10%. And if you sell between 1,200 and or more, they give you 20% extra in commissions. Okay. So look, let me draw this for you. Let me stop sharing. Let me draw because this is how my wife understood it. Okay. So I imagine that you can understand it this way too. Sorry. All right. Can you see my whiteboard? Okay. So let me write June 1st here. Okay. June 1st. Got it? The whole month. I don't know if this is correct or not. I don't know how many days June has, 30, 31. I don't know. Let's imagine June has 31 days, okay? Okay. So we're on the same page here. That's 31 days, okay? Let's say 31 days. Now we started on July 1st, which is a Monday. Right? You know what? I'm going to make this even easier for you. Okay, yeah, that's true. Sorry. 7/1, so July 1st is Monday, right? Now they pay us on Tuesday, correct? On Tuesday, and we receive our check on Wednesday. So this week, what they're going to do is take control of what you sold in these 31 days. So if in these 31 days you sold 1,000 points, do you understand what I've done until now? Okay, if you sold 1,000 points during that week, correct? During that month, are we on the same page here? If you sold 1,000 points in those 31 days, what is the percentage that you're going to take in commission? That would be a 10%, right? Thank you, Miriam, 10%. So now this week comes, okay? We're in this week now. During this week, from Monday to Sunday, I don't know what 7/8 be, but you sell 400 points during this week. What is a 10% of 400 points? Mireya, you're the only one that's paying attention today. Why? Because for you to qualify for that 10%, they are taking into consideration the last 31 days. So you qualify for that percentage during the last 30 days, during the past 30 days. They call it the rolling because you continue moving forward. So now there you're going to start on day 9 again, 31 days back. Day 15, 31 days back. And those 31 days, what you sold during those 31 days will determine what percentage you earn in commission for the next week in the next 31 days. Do you get that? So for you to earn that extra 10% here, they're going to take into consideration what you did in 31 days. So if I sold 1,000 points, how do you sell them? X39 preferred customer, regardless. This is retail. Okay, sorry, this is retail. Preferred customer, 1,000 points. Okay, Mireya sold 1,000 points during the last 31 days. Mireya this week sold 400 points only during this week. Okay, because Mireya sold 400 points this week, sorry. We're going to give her 10% because she sold 31 in the last 30 days. Do you get that? This is not during the first month. It's 30 days, 31 days backwards, okay? Regardless of what day of the month you're in, if it's the third week, if it's the last day, it's always 31 days backward, okay? 31 days back. 31 days back is going to determine what percentage you're going to earn that week. And if I have added up from 3 months, you're not going to have any added up for 3 months because they're going to continue paying you. This is something that they're doing now. From 31 days back, that's going to give you the points. And after that, the week ends, and after that week, it's 31 days back. So it's always 31 days back, 31 days back, 31 days back. It doesn't matter if it's 52 weeks a year, it doesn't matter. It's 31 days back from that week one, 31 days back from that week two, 31 days back from that week three. Week four, you're going to go to 31 days back. Week 15, 31 days back, and that's how you're going to calculate that percentage that you get during that week. And the question here I'm reading, when you don't lose volume, do you need to make points every month to get paid for the rest? No. Well, if you want to receive money, you need to sell. Of course, that you have to sell that month. This is retail only that we're talking about. They're paying you more money now in the retail commission. In the products that you sold, the $20 products, and you only earn $20, now you can earn more. I'm going to give you an example. Janetsi, her hand was raised. She has a clinic. Okay, imagine that now Janetsi doesn't have to enroll anyone as a business partner. She can sell to all the moms, X39, 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 X39. All those points right now count to be able to rank advance to the next rank because it's volume for you. Okay, I need to continue because if not, we're not going to reach the end of this, okay? Guys, don't get complicated with this, okay? As I said, don't drown in a glass of water, please. It is what it is. Don't overcomplicate it. Try to make it simpler. Don't search to more in depth than what it really is. Don't do that. You're going to fall into a hole and you're not going to know how to get out. It's that simple. 31 days before is going to determine what I earned that week, okay? That's simple. We can't explain it simpler than this. We cannot explain it simpler, just like we explained the patches. The simpler, the easier. The simpler, the easier. This is not so hard. We just need to simplify. We don't have to now get in and try to see where we're going to. Look, I don't know. I don't care. All I know is how to earn money, okay? Now, this is what comes that nothing has changed here. The earned bonuses. The only difference is that there's going to be a new one that is called Advantage Plus, which is between advanced and premium. That is going to cost $975, and they're going to give us $165. Because why do I like it? Because it's a very big leap from 535 to 100 to 1,750. So I think that this one is going to be sold mostly, the Advantage Plus. I don't know. That's what I think. Okay, so now let us start by speaking about this more in depth. Okay, guys? Now pay attention. Don't go crazy. Okay? Little by little. And we're going to understand this. So this is a way that they're going to give us bonuses for reaching different ranks. Sorry. But you are seeing that the thing here is that you need to rank advance, okay? You need to advance in ranks to be able to earn more money. You need to reach 1-star manager, just like in the other one. So this is a bonus, which is calculated for people. So if I am an active brand partner, okay, you can see it here, a 1-star manager. If I reach a 1-star manager rank, they are going to give me a 5%, just a percentage out of my first level, my first line. I'm trying to get this in Spanish, but they haven't given it to me in Spanish yet. So I'm going to try to read it in Spanish, okay? So mire ya, they're paying her a 3-star manager, okay? In commissions, she can earn a 7%. Why? Because it's a 1-star. She's a 3-star manager, right? So at a level 1 in the brand partners and a level 2, she can earn 3% of her level 2 and 7% of level 7. Sorry, first generation 1, then generation 2. So look, here's Mireya, has her volume in her first line. Here we have Anna, who did 500 points in volume, a bonus. Marta did 300. Scarlett did 200. Mireya is up here. It's 1,000 points in total. Out of that level, Mireya is going to earn 7%. That's a bonus, an extra bonus. That's extra money. Before you wouldn't get that. And here on the bottom, you have Claribel and Claudia and Kat. Kat didn't do anything, but Mireya and Claribel and Scarlett did 900 points. There you get a 3%. It is a bonus. It is extra money. Why did they do that? Because they want Mireya to give to the team. Now they want you to push the team. They want you to help your team, to focus on helping your team grow, to grow with them, to work with them. That's extra money in your pocket. All right. Here we're in the binary. Remember what I was saying to you. 31 days back, so 3-star manager, sorry, no, sorry, that's not true. What you earned that week on Sunday at 12 a.m., they're going to take that. Let me go back for a second. You know that right now in the compensation plan that we have right now, 7% of the company does a binary. That means that all the managers that are here, most of them don't earn in binary. Very little directors reach that binary rank because they cannot cycle. There is no capability of cycling. Here, reaching a 3-star manager, 3 stars is 2,500 points. You need to reach 2,500 points to be able to activate your binary. If you're on 2 stars, you don't have the binary. If you're on 1 star, you don't have the binary. Binary is not, you're not going to reach binary. You're not going to earn anything for binary. For you to earn binary, you need to reach minimum 3 stars. If you reach a 3-star, they are going to give you They're going to pay a 5% of the weak leg, of your weak leg. So if I have 10,000 in one and 5,000 on the other one, they're going to pay me a 5%. Did you get that? That would be how much, guys? $2,500, I think. No, sorry, $250. Let me check that. Something like that. I don't remember right now. This math. Can somebody help me with math? So our goal, what is our goal, guys? Anyone? Except for Mireya, please. Reaching manager 3 stars, 3-star manager. Here is where you're going to start to activate. No, I don't recommend having an employment here. Okay. The only people that I tell them that they shouldn't recruit, that they shouldn't worry about recruiting, maybe if it's a spa, for example, or Janetsi, because she can sell in her consultation the patches to her patients, or a doctor that can sell X39 to his patients, because you can rank advance just by selling a retail.
Me voy de
Yes,
vacaciones,
possibly
¿no
I
ve?
am earning money, but if I go on vacations and I don't sell, I don't earn.
Están entendiendo, pero al mínimo están las opciones.
So at least you have those
Ok,
options,
todavía
you know?
no estoy muy buena hablando con
No, okay,
personas,
I'm not too good at
pero sí
talking to
puedo
people
vender
yet,
parches.
but I can
Ok,
sell
amor,
patches.
dale,
Okay,
vende parches.
go ahead, sell
Y en ese
patches.
tiempo te estás educando, estás
And during that
creciendo,
time,
te
you're
estás
educating
moviendo, ok,
yourself,
y
you're
empezamos a
growing, you're
después
moving.
a buscar
And
personas para entrar
afterwards,
a tu
you
equipo.
start to search for people to
Pero al mínimo te
enter
dejas
your
subir de
team.
rango
But
y
at
ganar
least you
y
can
ganar
rank
dinero.
advanced and you can earn money in the
¿Cuánto?
meantime. So, how much? What is the cost? How many points is an X39? Okay. If I want to reach manager and it's 2,500 points, when you reach 3 stars, that's 2,500 points. I get 77 points for each sleeve of X39 that I sell. Osmani wrote that down, how many packs. 33 sleeves a month, and you reach 3 stars. Now, what happens is that next month you need to sell another 33 again. But what we need to do for those people that we sell the patches to, that is the easiest person that can become a partner because they tried it. Who do you think it's going to be easier to purchase the food in the mall when they try it? You have the Chinese person saying, try the chicken, try the chicken, try the chicken. Who, the one that tries it or the one that doesn't try it? That's why I don't go to the mall because I always end up buying. So it's the same stuff. Whoever tries it, hey, be careful, doggy. What's going on? Let me get the dog out. Sorry. Let me just take the dog out. Sorry, guys. All right, so are we on the same page? Are we sure? Somebody asked an amazing question. What about the auto shipment? Do you think that the auto shipment is important now? Yes, ma'am. Auto shipment is important. It's always been important. And I know that many of us are discouraged because I haven't recruited anyone. And oh my God. But now you can do whatever you want, just selling patches. So obviously, the more we rank advanced, the higher is the percentage that we're going to earn. We have to rank advanced. All right, so let me see what else. This is something that, let me download it now. We're going to download this today and we're going to have it in Spanish for you. And we're going to send this in the chat. Okay, Irma, please remind me. All right, generations. In the last one, yes, I searched for it, but I didn't find it in Spanish. Maybe because I did it too fast. I don't know. Before, right now, we have 3 generations, right? 25, 20, and 20. Let me just turn on the air conditioning here because I feel I'm in menopause too. I'm so hot here. Let's turn this on. So now they're going to pay us 6 generations downward. Before it was 3. And you say, yeah, Carlos, but it was 25, 20, and 20, 65. Now, if you calculate the 6 generations, you reach 85. And before it was 3. And now, if Mireya is my 5th generation, let me see someone who's here from U90X. Let me just see. Who's here from U90X? Just to use you as an example. No, I don't see anyone. All right, all right. So let's say that Mireya is my 5th generation. Right now, I don't earn anything from Mireya. Or from my 4th generation. But now from Mireya, being my 5th generation, I'm going to earn a 10%. And what I liked about this, here we have Alexander, is the U90X. Oh, and also you, Mireya. I know that this isn't going to happen. I know this is never going to happen, but this is just an example, okay? So now Mireya's in U90X. Mireya's uplines aren't doing anything. They stopped the business. So Mireya could be my 7th generation, but if in my 5th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd generation, they're not doing anything, the company automatically is going to delete them and bring Mireya up to my 2nd generation. That is amazing because possibly the person that you recruited on your generation 1 isn't doing anything, but her 3rd line is a monster. She's running with everything. But I only earn 5% from them because they're in my 3rd generation, right? Well, now they're going to upgrade to your line 1 because the person who's above them is not doing anything. They left the business off and there's no activation. So the system doesn't see that there's any activation. They move Mireya to my closest line. And now they say work with everyone in from your organization. How many people have written to me and said, Carlos, I don't know where my upline went. And when I look, it's like three people on my side. Well, okay, I've always worked with everyone. I only want to work with you. Okay, then you're going to go directly underneath me. And what I loved from this company is that they thought 30 years ahead. No, I'm exaggerating. I don't know how much this can last 10 years, 15 years. I don't know. But they thought, Javier knows he has experience that the companies take these actions of changing the compensation plan when they're in the worst time. And you know who they take the money from? From us. The company didn't do that. The company gave more money on the table. And what they created was something sustainable. Look, Javier saw this. There's a lot of people who saw this, that you're earning this, this, and that, and they take 50% from you. But what happened? They were not prepared for this. And the people that we are leading this company, Meredith, Geraldo, Mike, who use things like this, had been programming this for 2 years, looking towards the future. David Smith has plans for 20 years ahead for the company. We also have the compensation plan. So we're not going anywhere. This is just going to get better and better. So you have to see this as an opportunity. Change, okay, nobody likes to see change, right? Welcome to our world. If you want to be a business person, welcome. As I say to my wife when she gets stressed, I said, you wanted to be an entrepreneur or you wanted to wake up at 3 a.m. to go work for Telemundo? Yeah, this is what you chose. You got it. This is what it comes with. Did you understand this part? All right, let me go a bit faster to see if I can answer to some of the questions I'm seeing here, okay? Okay, this one is a bit confusing, but let's see. This is one of my favorites that gives the person that we enrolled today. Mireya enrolls, I enroll Mireya today. Now, my job with Mireya, and guys, if you don't do this, you are not going to enjoy and you're not going to take advantage of this. And in your system, when you're new, and we're talking to them now to see if they allow us to activate this with people that never did anything in the business. So somebody who enrolled and never did anything did zero to see if we can get them back. I don't know if they're going to say yes, but we're trying to. Now, Mireya enrolls, she has 9 weeks to earn more money above from the normal things that the compensation plan has. But so do you. So I recruit Mireya today. Mireya arrives, and I'm not going to talk about all the details because, hey, look, you were at a one-star manager and you receive $25 a week above of what you're selling already. But I'm going to receive $12.50, okay? Weekly. Now, what do I want Mireya to do? I want her to continue growing because that, what she sells in products, what she's going to earn from the rest, plus what the rank bonuses are going to be, how much can Mireya earn in her first 9 weeks? Because now she is getting much more out of it. They're giving her the bonus. Why? Because one of the things that they thought, and for me, I think that was amazing, We're not competing with other multi-levels. We are competing with Uber Eats, because those people need fast money. That's why they're driving a car. So if I can talk to those people and teach them that they can earn money fast doing certain things, it is proven and super, super proven that those first 90 days are crucial. More or less, it could be 60 days. It is crucial that that person starts to earn money. If we can put money in their pockets during the first week, they are going to stay. They're going to work. They're going to grow the business. You need to do that with them. If you have an extra hour today, Mireya, you have an extra hour? Okay, perfect. Look at what we can do. And there's going to be an accountant in your back office of those 9 weeks, what you need to do, and so on. So you can follow them. Look, Mireya, let's sit down. Let's reach the first one-star manager. How much is one-star manager? 750 points. 750 points divided by 77. 10 sleeves. 10x 39. 11. Let's start. Let's go. Let's call. Let's call this person. Let's go, 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 go. And we prepare a plan for her to be able to reach this as fast as possible. And you're also going to earn. Are we on the same page? All right. Another one, when you reach, if Mireya, I can bring her to a director rank during the first 9 weeks. She is also going to receive a $500 bonus. This didn't exist before. To reach director, it's 5,000 points. This here is something that I'm not going to touch on because I don't want to confuse you. Don't worry about this right now. Erase this from your mind right now. Erase it. Don't worry about that now. Nobody's there yet, okay? Don't worry. So 5,000 points. If in 9 weeks I can take Mireya to 5,000 points, it's 500 extra dollars apart from all her commissions. Mireya is going to be happy. There's going to be an opportunity. There are people from my team that worked in CBS right now. They were earning in CBS $2,500 a month. They're earning $4,000 or $5,000 a month right now. Imagine that they earn 3,000. I don't have to go anywhere from my home. That's a mindset that we need to have. Okay, let's move on fast. Let's see, where was I? Matching bonus, I already did that. I already did that. And this, nobody's going to be there. I'm not there yet. This is where you reach 600,000 points, they give you shares. And every 3 months, they pay you $20, $35, $40,000. No, so here you have things. And as I said, if it's not in Spanish, I'll search for it. Okay, if not, we'll put it into Spanish. Let me see. Stop sharing. Yaretsi. My question is, all the points in volume that somebody was asking also in the chat that we have added up that we haven't gotten cycles from yet. and we have all those points in volume there, is that going to count for this new change, all those points, apart from the fact that they added up before the first 31 days? And do they pay you if it's a combination from points of volume in both legs, or if I have all the points practically on one only leg? How is that going to work? Okay, so that is why we have to build on both legs, like we've always said. Both places, both places, both places. Yes, you're not going to lose those points. Now, something that hasn't happened to anybody here yet. Get ready. July was when I started in the business without telling my wife. That means that I am about to get to the last of my 52 weeks. That means that that first week of my first year, if you haven't used your points that you earned the week that I enrolled, they disappear. Week 2 of my new year, if I haven't used the weeks that I earned on my second week in the business when I enrolled into the company, they disappear. It's 52 weeks that you have. And it's the same thing with the 31 days. So you go 31 days back. Okay, but next week, you already are ahead of yourself in the year. So when you're 31 days back, you're not going to fall on the same week because you moved. The calendar moved, so it moves forward. So those are points that if you didn't use, they roll over, they move. But yes, that continues 31 days. That's what we do right now, the same way. Shadow. Hi, how are you? I'm doing well, thank you. For everyone's knowledge, ones that to have the documents in Spanish, just change the page to Spanish and the document in Spanish. My question is, what strategies are you using right now? Because I haven't heard that any of the packs, core, advanced, or premium have changed. But what strategies are you using now for someone to enroll into the business without having to go to the biggest pack? Could they start, for example, with a core and afterwards, if the volume continues growing, or do you need to increase to the next pack to keep on receiving bonuses? There's a lot to touch on here, okay? You can enroll into the business with a $25 one. And afterwards, I can increase my consumption. You're just going to have to break your records to increase because you don't have anything. So truthfully, I don't like that because you're not with $25. Thank God any of us can have $25. It doesn't hurt if you do it or not. It's going to hurt if you have to invest $500. At least you're going to try to recover them. So it doesn't matter when you enroll. You're going to be able to work the business. Obviously, what is that we teach you? If I have more patches in my hands, I can share them with more people. We've seen the ratio of the people who try the patches and they come back at a 70% more or less. So if I purchase a premium and I give 5 patches per person, I'm giving patches to 120 people. So let's say that it's a 50%. You come back and you want to be a business partner or a preferred client, and you spoke to 60 people. Imagine it's 25 people, 25%. You're talking about 30 people who enrolled into your organization because you bought the premium. Now, what do you have to do now? You have to give the patches out. Yes, I started as a diamond, but to be able to recruit more people, the strategy, yes, of course, absolutely. You give the person the option, right? And you need to say, okay, most of the people enroll here. Now, if you can't, because not everybody has $1,750, right? But you have 300, let's go because you enter with a binary position and you can start to generate money. Tomorrow you have 5 people. Okay. Well, 4 people enroll in advance. That's $75. That's $300. You recovered your money with for advanced, right? So yes, we can't get married with only premium or only this or that. Each person is different. The thing is for them to enter. And once they enter, what do we do with them? That is more important. And that's why it's enrolling and enrolling into our system. Hey guys, here we are. You've got everything here. But you personally, to each person that each one of you recruit, you need to meet up with them in the next 24 hours. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, no more questions. That's good. All right. Jetty? Jetty? Are you there? Where are you? Hi, Carlos. How are you? I'm sorry. I'm doing well, thank you. I live in Canada and I enrolled with advanced when Alexander was here. So currently I have like 35 weeks or 45 weeks. 45 days and I haven't done absolutely anything. So I'm not going to say why in the group, but what do I have to do? Do I have to be active because my patches arrived in May? And now June 16, I will get my other 2 sleeves of patches. Now I incorporate with you. The person who earned points or percentages. What does that happen? I'm sorry because I didn't have an orientation. Ima, let's put this in the Be the Light chat. I don't know if you're there, if you're not. Let's put the school link again for you to be able to be there and to learn how to use it. Is that okay? One more because we need to change to the business presentation call. And I hope to see a lot of you bringing people over. Okay, my question is, so the points that you have there, how do you use them? You said that you lose them if 52 weeks go by. Well, you have to close the cycles. What do you mean? Well, right now, how do we earn money here? Do you know? In this part of the binary? How long have you been with us? 1 month. Okay, you don't have to worry about that because it's for the people who enrolled a year ago. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a year ago. So you need to close the cycles. Right now, the binary is per cycle, 660 points here, 330 there, 660 on the strong leg. So imagine you have 2 legs, right? The right and the left leg. If you have 100 points on your, no, sorry. If you have 1,000 points on your right leg, but you have 2,000 on the left leg, The 2,000 of the left leg is your strong leg. The leg with 1,000 is your weak leg, okay? Now, out of the 2,000, every 660 points is one cycle. So in those 2,000, you have two cycles because 650 plus 650 is 1,300. Oh, you actually have three cycles, right? And on your weak leg, they're going to take away 300. 325, I don't remember exactly. Right? So every 325, 330, sorry, 330 on your left side, on your weak side, and 660 on your strong side, they combine and it's $50. Those dollars disappeared, those points, sorry, disappeared because they paid you money for those points. So at the moment that they pay you for those points don't exist anymore because they got paid already. And that is how we earn in the binary now. Going to, I think, August, this is going to come out. It's not going to be cycles anymore. Now it's just percentages. So that's why it's very, 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 very important because before there was a lot of people that would say, well, my upline is giving me a lot of points on my right side. So let me just work my left side. To be able to earn more. Thank you very much and welcome, dear. All right, guys, let's go to the business presentation call. I want to see 500 people there. I doubt it, but we never lose the faith. Bye.